How's going, guys, and welcome back to another View It For Me video. This week, now like I said, guys, you're probably going to see a few of these things from these guys called Ecoflow. Good gear especially, but they are helping me out a fair bit, so bear with me please. But this is another power pack. I did do the Delta some time ago, show him up top there for you, but this is their newer ones, River 2 Pro. So it's the smaller ones of the Deltas. The Delta are the bigger ones. I'll get the you know, the boring parts out of the road, the specs and that for you, because specs means nothing. What I'll do after it, I can actually show you what it can do, so that's what I like. I never was good at reading instructions. I'd rather just see what it can do. So first up, it has a 5-year warranty, 768 watt hour capacity with an output of 800 watt AC, provide up to 1.8 watt hours a day with solar charging. It's got an X boost feature which can jump it up to 1600 watt, 4 ways of charging from AC, car, solar and USB-C. Unit weighs 7.8 kilos. Also can download an app, so then you can control it via your app, update firmware, stuff like that. Very handy. Can be charged from 0 to 100% in 70 minutes. LiFePo full battery chemistry. Recharge it around 3,000 times before it drops, so that's pretty much every day for 10 years, so that's a big upgrade from the last one, that's for sure. Okay, so it's got 3 AC inputs, pretty sure they're called your barrel connectors, also a cigarette lighter plug for 12 volt. You've got 3 USB-A outputs and a USB-C in and output. On the back it has your solar input, which is regulated. The input voltage is between 11 and 50 volts with a 13 amp max. Then you got your AC input for your charging from your wall or mains or wherever, other inverters. Your display on the front has time remaining, what percentage your battery's at, and your watts input output, so it gives you a lot of details and that, so you know where you're at with it. So what this kit comes with is your DC charger lead, so your cigarette plug lead, your AC charging lead, and also your little, I think it's your barrel connector lead or whatever they're called, and your instructions. So, and we do have the 220 watt fold up solar panel as well from Ecoflow. So this is the bifacial one, so it's got 220 watt on the front, 150 on the back. Obviously it's not going to produce the whole lot, but we'll come back. I'll do that in another whole video. I'll show you how that thing kind of works, because there'll be enough to talk about on this one. But yeah, we'll come back, and at the moment she's sitting on 100%, so I don't got a lot of stuff, a lot of big load stuff to run off of it. So there's a place up here, we're going to go up there, and there's a couple of appliances up there, so we're going to go pull them out and show it on there. And I've got a few little things back here. I do have one thing I want to put on it too to show you, but we need to drain this battery down a bit, then we can come charge it up from solar, and then I can show you it charging from AC and also DC off the car. All right then, we'll go for a walk. Come for a walk, girl. Start off with the fan. I don't think it's going to have a problem with the fan, but so you know, I'd rather see things work than be told. Fan's in. AC's on. Turn him on. There we go. So what's that doing? 31 watts. So we know the fan works. That's short and sweet. Yeah, 31 watts it was chewing. Moving on. Jaffle maker. I don't have anything to put in it, but what I'll do is we'll see if it runs it. So what I'll do is I'll wait till, you know, your green light comes on, so you know it's ready to cook. So we'll see if it can get that far to start off with. This thing does have that X boost feature, but I'm actually using my phone to record, so I can't use it here. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. But just if it doesn't work this time, it probably will. That's plugged in, that's turned on, and that's going, it's saying. Red light's on, and it is chewing 819 watt there you go. I take back my words. So like I said, without that X boost feature, this is an 800 watt is capable of, but it's definitely doing it. There we go. Lights just clicked off. You can tell, so that means it's at its heat now, or it's cycled off. So we've dropped down, so that 95% we're at, so that took roughly about, because the fan wouldn't have chewed stuff all, so it took about 5% to get that up its heat. Now, toaster. Will this bad boy work? Plug him in. It's been a while since I've used a toaster, so I've got to figure out if I'm doing right or wrong here. Actually, I think it tripped out, so it might chew too much on normal mode for it. That's alright. One other thing. So it's a Ryobi battery. What is it, a 5 amp hour one, 18 volt. So I have a feeling it's going to work, but like I said, I'd rather see things for myself too. So get that bad boy, plug him in. There we go. He's working. Chewing 46 watts. So not much at all neither. So you can charge up your power tools. Your batteries for your power tools, I should say. Cool. Anyway guys, we're down to 95%, so we've still got a fair bit left, so I'm going to take it back, plug a few other little things into it, and yeah, had to go quickly get a pan. Gonna make something, just easy. So, without changing the thing yet, we're gonna see if it can run this thing just without putting that X boost on. So we'll see how we go. So she fired up. We'll start him up. I'll drop it. So that's all it does, is it cuts out. It's a good thing, it doesn't wreck anything. But what I've got to do is I've got to turn it on, because when this thing starts, it starts straight off on 1800 watt. So what I'll do is I'll turn it straight on, and I know this thing can't go up to that, does the 800 fine, so I'll turn him on and I'll drop it straight down quick enough before hopefully it turns itself off, and see if it can do it on the lower setting. Comes on, so real quick, on, down, 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 down. I did it. So what's this bad boy doing? Because it's on the lowest setting, 300 watt or whatever it is, I'll jack him up to 400. So what I've noticed though with this thing is when it cycles on, it doesn't actually cycle on at 400 watt. It jumps straight up, so as you can see here, there's 1000. But what it must be doing is cycling it on and off, but it turns itself off, cycles off before this cuts out, so it must be able to handle that high output for so many seconds before it wants to cut off, but it just can't handle it non-stop on the normal setting. So that's 800 watt inverter, and that's pumping out now 980, well that's up to 1001 for a little bit, but it drops down to 990 or something watts. So that's pretty insane that it can do that. What can it go up to? That's 400. So we'll go up to, next one's 600. But like I said, it's not actually 600 watt, it's chewing. When it cycles on, couldn't handle the 600, it turned off. So the cycle when it's on must be staying on too long for what this can handle. But with the lower setting, it was cycling on and off quick enough that this could keep up with it. Okay, that's that. Now we're going to turn this X boost feature on, which takes it up to, I think it's 1600 watt. It's a good little app, this thing. Tells you pretty much everything. Go into the settings. X boost is down here. Turn that on. And when you change the setting in this, it changes it straight away. So I know it'll be on. Jump back out. Now we'll see what this thing can do. So what I'll do, same thing, I've got to reset it again, because it just trips it out, turns it out. Full of safety things, can't go wrong. Turn it on, drop it straight down. I'll drop it down to 600 where it cut off before, but now it's on X boost and it's handling it quite well. So that's the output. It tells you the output on the actual app as well. So really you could sit this somewhere, plug something in, and you can do the rest on your phone if need be. Keep an eye on it and stuff like that. Alright, so we'll go up to the next level. Now we're on the 1000 watt on here, which I think's the only true reading, true setting for the reading, I should say, something like that. Anyway, that's working, that's staying on. That's getting hot. We're down to 90%. 89, sorry. Right, I'm going to quickly, this is all I've done. I don't even have wraps, they're actually the tortillas, so I don't have bread. So we're going to make a toasty. While this is cooking, show that in there. I'm going to show you what else this bad boy can run. Done. Turn him off. So, sat on the, oh yeah, that's hot. Sat on the lower setting, the 600 watt setting, no worries, and kept going. So we dropped it down to 84%. So what's that? Just under 10%. So we started off, what did we start off on? 95% after doing the other little things. So down to 84%. So should give me an idea. Like I said, I need to drop it down so I could charge this bad boy up. Right, first things first, I'm gonna have a feed and I'll be back. Oh, not too bad. Only thing I'm missing is cheese. Okay, so I pretty much showed you what these are all good for. Run some 240 volt things off of it. This one here, obviously anything that you can plug into a cigarette lighter can go into that. But these barrel ones, so they do run a bit, but they're not too common. More it's your USB or USB-C or USB-A, sorry, USB-C or your cigarette. But also, because it does come with this lead, just to show you, I've got a fan. So we'll plug them in, turn him on, it's always handy. So just to give you an idea, so that's what that can run. Also, I've got a little Fusion stereo. That also can be charged off that as well. So that's handy. Anyway, now, instead of dragging this and all the camera gear to different parts of my camper, I'll show you, first things first, we're gonna run the solar. Now, it's not the best day, but today's not about the solar panel, but I'm gonna show you. It's got a built-in regulator, solar regulator and everything, so I'll show you what it can do and we'll see what she can put out. But like I said, I will do a proper rundown on the solar. A little bit clear, it's not real cloudy, it's just got that haze in the sky, but it can make a big difference. So we're going to plug that into the back. I'm just going to swing this back around here so I've got more length. What I would recommend is these guys also sell an extension for you. I've just made up my own, so if you got the stuff there and you're capable, don't stuff it up. Yeah, you can make up your own. I like making up my own cords and that, but they do make a kit, and obviously it's all good quality. So my stuff's just off eBay, but it's working for me. But I would recommend getting an extension. One that the solar panel comes with. So this here comes with the solar panel. It doesn't actually come with your solar generator. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's putting in a 156 watt 157, round there on a day like today. And you know, it's any, I don't know, it's any early, it's probably, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock or something like that. Give you an idea, it tells you what it's putting in. So clouds just come over now. So she dropped down to, what is that, 134. It's telling me I've got charge time's going to take 45 minutes whilst it's pumping in 130 or so watts. So obviously the higher the watt input goes up, the less the charge time will be. It'll slowly drop down. Sitting at 85%. So that gives you an idea. Everything's built in. You don't got to worry about having a regulated solar panel. So, and you don't want to plug a regulated solar panel into one of these neither. Just so you know too, guys, you don't have to run one of the Ecoflow panels into it. You can plug any solar panel into it. You just need that lead that plugs into the back of this unit. So that's the solar input for her. Now, like I was saying, I pulled this out instead of having to drag everything else around. So this is going to be pretty much the setup in my ute or camper trailer to show you how else you can charge it. So first up, we'll switch this bad boy on, turn the DC on. So around the back here, this is just the bigger unit of this one. I'm gonna pop that out. So this is, just say this is your 12 volt cigarette lighter on your car. Right, you're driving and you want to charge this while you're driving on the road. Well, this is what this lead does. Goes into the same input where the solar goes. So we'll plug him in. Plug him into the Delta. Cigarette lighter's only a smaller input. I think it goes up to 100 watt or something like that. I was going to say that almost. Yeah, so yeah, 103 watt. And because it's only put in less, its charge time's gone up to 54 minutes. Remember when the solar panel was in, sitting at 130 or so watt, the charge time was down to 45 minutes, so that gives you an idea. Alright, so same thing. I've got an inverter in my setup, or mains back at home, at your house. Plug him in. AC's not turned on yet, so we'll plug him in here. This is your AC charger. Now at the moment, what I love about this thing is the Delta didn't actually have it, is I can control the input of this thing. So if I've only got a, say like a 1000 watt inverter, or even less, 500 watt inverter, I can control the input that goes into this. So if I've got a 500 watt inverter, I may only set it to 350, 400 watt on this, you know. So just because you don't have a big inverter doesn't mean you still can't charge it. You can just drop the voltage, drop the wattage, sorry, to suit your inverter what you got. Obviously it's going to take longer. The lower you drop the wattage, the longer it's going to take to recharge. On my setup, I think I've got it down to about 600, 650 watt I run it at. That's on my inverter in the camper trailer, which is not as big as this. I can have the wattage up, turned right up on this, because this thing can handle quite a bit, but I've only got it set at 650, so I'll show you from 55 minutes just then charge time to what it's gonna be now, charging it with 650 going into it. Turn the AC on this, come around here, jumped up to 650 watt already. Charge time for this thing, it's only down to 86%, so the lower the percentage, the longer it's going to take to charge it. But at the moment, the battery's sitting on 86%. We're 650 watt input, and it's going to be about 17 minutes to charge this thing up all the way. So what I'll do is nothing, because my phone's used to record, so I can't even jack the wattage up for you. Keep forgetting about that. I need to get myself another camera. Anyway, but yeah, you get the gist. Like I said, you can turn the wattage up on this all the way. I think it is 900 watt. I'll put a what's the name in to tell you exactly what the input is. But yeah, it can handle a lot more than what it's taken in now, and still only going to take 17 minutes to charge. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it, guys, and shout out to the guys. I'm stoked that they helped me out, you know, And yeah, it does. It helps me out a lot. So saves me a bit of coin, that's for sure. And I like working with things myself, you know, like, oh, don't mind new toys. Who doesn't like a new toy? Come on. But well, anyway, hope you enjoyed this week's view it for me video. I'm not sure if they're going to be weekly or fortnightly, but we'll keep them pumping out. Then, gotta get to it. Catches.